In this video, I'm going to talk about the color theme tool in InDesign. So it's often a goal to match colors to the graphics that you're linking in InDesign. And often it can help to develop the color palette of the entire design based on those things. So on this page here, I have a photograph, a pixel-based graphic placed. And this document here is a vector drawing from Illustrator. So the color theme tool is the little eyedropper with the little squares beside it. So I'll select that tool. And you notice because I already had something selected, it offers me those choices. In this case, you can see that there are only 2 color swatches used. If you hover over them, you get the color formula based on the color mode of the document you're working in. So this is a CMYK document, so it's giving me CMYK previews. So to use these colors, I'm going to click on this button here, which will add it to my swatches. And the colorful theme is always the default. You can change that here, but because this only has 2 colors, we only have 1 option. So that's why it gets the name colorful theme. We'll see some more options when we get to the photograph. In your swatches palette, you can double click on that folder name and rename it appropriately, and there you've got your 2 swatches that you can go ahead and use on any type, stroke, fill, any box or object that you can apply colors to in your design. Next, I'm going to click on the photograph. So hit escape. You can also switch to a different tool, come back to the color theme tool, and when you roll over a link or anything that the color theme tool can apply itself to, it'll get a thick border. So I'll click on this photo and I've got my color palette there. Now if I click this, you can see I get some slight variations. So this photo has a fairly limited color palette. You'll notice that these vary quite a bit more in other types of photos. You can choose exactly which one you want. So I'm going to go with the deep option, and I'll click this to add to my swatches, and it'll come in as a folder called deep theme. So I'll rename that appropriately, and there I've got those swatches ready to use in the rest of my design. There is also a normal eyedropper tool. So this has some other functions like taking stroke and fill, or even type color and type attribute settings. But in this context, take the eyedropper tool, and if I hover over an area and click, then it adds that single color to the foreground of my swatches. So if I want to save that color, I'll click the New Swatch button. Notice, however, that it comes in as an RGB swatch. So this is set up as a CMYK document, but this is an RGB link. So I get a swatch that's in the wrong color space. So the consequences of this vary depending on what you're doing. You can, of course, double click that swatch and choose which system to convert it to. So I can convert it to CMYK. It'll give me the closest conversion of that to CMYK, and then you're good to go. So that's a quick run through of the color theme tool and the regular eyedropper for getting colors out of linked images in InDesign.